Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the Keller Williams First Choice Career Night webinar. So we have some people who are still signing on, jumping on the webinar. So while everybody's signing on and registering in, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Lonnie Roussel. I am the team leader at Keller Williams First Choice, which is our Ascension Parish office. I have been with Keller Williams since September of 2006. And I've been the team leader at Keller Williams First Choice since since April of 2011. And my job as a team leader is simply to grow our agents' wealth. And I do that through training, coaching, consulting with our agents, providing world-class training within our office for them to grow their businesses. For this webinar today, we're going to be here for about 30 minutes, guys. I want to advise you all to have a pen and paper handy to take some notes. So that way the things that are very important to you, you'll have those notes to be able to go back to later on and look. Those things again that are important to you. Also, if you look to the side of your page, there's a place where you can type in your questions. I will try to cover all questions during the webinar. For some reason I can't handle every question that comes in. I promise you I will respond to your question within 24 hours of this webinar concluding. So let's go ahead and get started. And let's talk about what we're going to discuss today during this webinar. We're going to obviously talk about the path to getting licensed, the cost to get and to keep your real estate license, the skills and training that you'll need to get your license, how to succeed in real estate, what does a typical day or a typical week in real estate look like, can I have another job while I'm in real estate, how long before I'll start making money. And of course I want to take a few minutes at the end to teach you and tell you a little bit about Keller Williams Realty and what we can offer you to help you grow your business. So these are the typical questions that I get when people talk about getting into real estate. So I want to try to answer as many of your questions as I possibly can. So let's start with the path to licensing. How do you become licensed to be a real estate agent? First, you have to be at least 18 years old, and this is from the Louisiana Real Estate Commission, guys. The details of what you need to get your license. You have to have a high school diploma or equivalency like a GED. You have to show proof of successful completion 90 hours of real estate education. You've heard people talk about real estate school, going to real estate school. That's what these 90 hours are. You have to comply with all application procedures, including a criminal background history. I always tell people don't run out and go get a criminal background history. They have one through the Real Estate Commission that you would use to run that report. And you have to pass the licensing exam, and you have to be sponsored by a real estate broker. You can't just open your own company when you start. You have to work under a broker for your first 4 years as a salesperson before you have the opportunity to open your own brokerage. And then you have to have errors and omissions insurance, which you can get through Louisiana Real Estate Commission. These things change from time to time. I'd always say you go to the Real Estate Commission's website, which is here on the bottom of the screen, to go to be able to get your up-to-date license requirements, because they can change without notice at any time. These are the two most popular real estate schools in the greater Baton Rouge area. I'm not endorsing these schools and not excluding any others specifically either. These are just the two that the majority of the agents that I know and I've talked to have gone to. Burke Baker School of Real Estate and Appraising and Bob Brooks School of Real Estate and Insurance. BurkeBaker.com, BobBrooks.com, BobBrooksSchool.com. You can go to, and they have all of their information as far as taking online courses or going to the school itself and taking live classes, the cost and things like that will all be on those two websites. And of course, if there's another school that you would prefer to go to any school that is sanctioned by the Louisiana Real Estate Commission. One question that I always get: how much does it cost to get my real estate license? And here's a breakdown of what the cost would be. The licensing course is typically around $300. It can be more expensive. It depends if you're going to do them online or in the classroom. To take the real estate exam costs about $75. To run that background check we talked about is $35. To get your license, the license fee is $90. The errors and omissions insurance that you have to have is $184. And then the big cost is the Greater Baton Rouge Board of Realtors and the multiple listing service access. This is something that will be essential to your business. It is a big cost, but it's something that will pay dividends in huge returns. So the total cost is about $1,500, give or take, to get started. And this is just to say, I'm a licensed realtor, I have my license, and I can sell you a house. This does nothing more than that. That's the cost to getting your license to say, hey, I am a realtor. And then the other question is typically what will be the yearly cost. How much of that is something I'd have to pay for every year? Where your license fee, errors and omissions insurance, and your Board of Realtors NML access dues are yearly costs, so about $1,100 that would typically be every year you'd have to pay to keep your license active and continue your membership with the board and with the MLS. And one thing to keep in mind, guys, the average commission in our area is about $4,500. So if you're on a 50-50 split, which in my opinion should be the absolute minimum that you would ever accept with the company that you choose to be a part of, should be at least a 50-50 split. And so that's over $2,200. So one closing can pay for a year, maybe even 2 years of keeping your license active. So it's a big cost, but also something that can easily be covered. And you can have other costs like having a lockbox, e-key access to lockboxes themselves, buying signs, business cards, etc. And that could vary from very little to very expensive. It really depends on you. It's something that we teach our agents how to keep their costs down, to not have to spend a ton of money on these things. We teach what we call the red light, green light approach. Don't spend money until you're making money. So have a minimal amount of these things until you start making some money, and you can add to that as you go. So the skills and training, what do I need to know and what I need to do to get my license? The 90-hour course going to real estate school is basically the only requirement that you need to be able to take the test, and once you pass the exam, you can apply to get your license. Unfortunately, the skills that you need to be successful in real estate is not learned during that 90-hour course. Basically, after that 90-hour course, you'll know how to pass the test, but that'll be about it. You will have to get training from your broker or the company that you choose to be in business with. They have to provide necessary training, or you'll be responsible for getting it on your own. So I definitely would advise making sure you're getting good training once you get your license. Another question that I always get is, how do I succeed when I become a real estate salesperson? And these are the necessary skills in my personal opinion. I think you have to be a highly disciplined person and very self-motivated. And the reason for that is when you become a real estate agent, you are an independent contractor. You don't have a direct boss who will hold their thumb on you saying you need to do this and do that. It is up to you of how much or how little you work. So you have to be disciplined and self-motivated and have that desire to be successful. I think you need good people skills, and by that I don't mean just having the gift of gab. I mean being able to quickly develop a rapport and trust with people that you meet, because when people trust you, they'll hire you to handle their sale. So having those good people skills, developing that trust very quickly with people. Also, I believe you have to be willing to learn, because this business changes so often. Even since 2006, there's so much that has changed in the real estate industry, where the market goes up and down. Technology has become a huge part of our business. So you have to be willing to learn, and I think you have to be at least a little tech savvy, and if you're not, don't let that make you go into a panic, but you have to be willing to learn technology and open your mind to the things that agents are using to be successful with technology in this business. One thing that I can't stress enough, guys, is to choose your broker or the company that you're going to be in business with very carefully. Interview multiple brokers, go to multiple companies and find out what they offer to make sure that they're going to provide the resources and tools for you to be successful. Too many people are what I call blinded by the money. They want to hear what the commission split is, and that's where they make their decision. I think commission split is extremely important. However, you need to be getting something for that money. Whatever money you're splitting with your company, they need to be providing resources and tools that help you be successful in this business. If they're not, I would say continue to search to make sure that you find something that fits well with what your goals are. Start and maintain a database. People that know you, like you, and trust you will do business with you. If you were making a list of people you were going to invite to your wedding, that's the best list that you can use to start your database. If you were getting married, who would I invite? That's your database. Start that up, put it somewhere where you can consistently maintain it and stay in touch with them, and that will grow your business, get it off the ground very quickly. So they find multiple and creative ways to let people know that you sell real estate. I heard a story of a young lady who all of her friends and family knew that her and her husband had been trying for a couple of years to get pregnant, to have a child. So she invited everybody to her house and told them that they had some big news that they wanted to share with everybody. So everybody showed up thinking they were going to be celebrating that she was pregnant, and she told them all she was selling real estate. Now, is that the best way to do it? I don't know, but it was an exciting moment, and nobody will ever forget that she sells real estate, because it was such a big moment and everybody had a great time with it, and finding out that she sold real estate. So I think it was a great way to do it. So find multiple ways of doing it in front of people, let them know that you sell real estate. Get into education through your company, local organizations. Like myself, I work with the Ascension Council of Realtors. We do some educational events. Our board, the Greater Baton Rouge Board of Realtors, does a lot of educational events at the board. Get into as many training classes as you possibly can when you first start. Continue always throughout your career in learning and getting an education, but specifically when you start out. Your company should provide a lot of training, organizations you're affiliated with, and then our board definitely be a part of those things. And learn from those that have lived before us. We talk a lot about at Keller Williams that success leaves clues. Those that have done it before us can show us how to be successful. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's a great quote here from Isaac Newton: if I've seen farther than others, it's because I was standing on the shoulders of giants. And basically what he's saying is, I didn't start the research over. I took what people had already done and grew it from there, and we can do the same thing. We can find out what other agents have done to be successful, and we can grow that to another level and help our business get started very quickly and to build to the level we're trying to get it to very quickly. I'm often asked, what does a typical day or a week look like in the world of a real estate agent? And unfortunately, there is no typical day or week for a real estate agent. Evenings and weekends are simply a part of the job. You're going to work some evenings, you're going to work some weekends. The more business that you have and the higher you can build your business, the more flexible you can be. And what I mean by that is you can dictate your schedule when you don't need the business. If someone comes to you and wants to go look at a house on Saturday at 2 o'clock, and you have a child or a nephew or someone playing in a baseball game, or has an event going on, or there's a family event going on at 2 o'clock on Saturday, if you absolutely need the business, you have to go show that house if they're not flexible in their time. If you close a ton of business leading up to that and have a lot of other things going on, you can say, you know what, I can't do it at that time, I can do it another time. And if they're not available at a different time, you don't need that business. Of course, we want all the business that we can get, but when you don't need it and things are going well for you, you can then dictate your schedule a little bit more. So I would always say, that's why I tell you, get into education, get better at what you do each day, because eventually you'll be able to say no to some people, and that will free your time up. So, and also, the more your business grows, the more likely you'll be able to hire leverage, like an administrative assistant and things like that, to help you take some of the things off of your plate where they can handle some of your business for you, and you'll have more time to spend on things that are very important to you. So unfortunately, no typical day or week in real estate, but it is what you make it. And another typical question is, can I have another job when I sell real estate? And the short answer to that question is yes, but it is not easy to hold another job. And it also depends on your company. Not every company will allow you to have another job. And at Keller Williams, we consider you to be the president and CEO of your business. So it's really up to you if you want to have another job. You know, as a real estate agent, like I said, you are an independent contractor. It's up to you. The amount of time and effort that you put into your career, however, will greatly impact the return you'll see from it. So if you're working a 8 to 5 Monday through Friday job, it's going to be very difficult, in my opinion, for you to be successful in real estate. Those that have been most successful at real estate while having another job are those who had a very flexible job, that they can come and go a little more often, or that they worked a smaller amount of hours. So it is something that you can do. It's fairly difficult to do when you're working a ton of hours in another job, because like anything else, the more time you put into real estate, the more you get out of it, the more money that you'll make. So speaking of money, another question that I get very regularly is, how long until I start making money? And the short answer for that one is, there's just no way to tell. We are an all-commission industry. You don't make any money until you close business. So there's no base salary, there's no draw on your future earnings or anything like that. It is all commission. When you close business, you make money, and there's no way to say it'll take X amount of days or weeks or months for you to close, because we just don't know, and everybody does it at a different pace. You could start making money as early as 30 days after getting your license. It could take more than 6 months. I've seen agents make money within 30 days and not make any more for another year. Others have taken over 6 months to get their first check, and then they made over $100,000 in the next year. So there's really no way for me to say, you know, within a few months you'll be making money. It's really hard to say. From my research and just talking with other agents and how they did when they first started, The average that I've seen has been between 3 to 4 months to see the first check. That's the average. My advice is to be prepared to go 6 months without a check. And the reason I say that is if you're prepared to go 6 months and it takes you 3 months, you're excited. If you're prepared for 3 months and it takes 6 months, well, maybe you're going broke and you're having some financial trouble. So I'd always say be prepared for about 6 months to go without a check. If you do the things that you're supposed to do, and specifically if you join Keller Williams Realty and you do the things that we teach you to do to grow your business, I don't see any reason why it should take longer than 6 months for you to start making money. But be prepared for that, so that way if it goes quicker, then everybody's just a little happier. So now I want to take a few minutes, guys, to tell you about Keller Williams Realty and how we can help you grow your business. I'm going to start off, this goofy looking gentleman is Gary Keller. He is the founder of Keller Williams Realty. The mission of the company has always been to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. And that lives worth living is the most important part, that you can be making $100,000 or more a year selling real estate, but if you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week to do it, then your life may not be worth living. You may not be having any fun. If you're making a lot of money but never seeing your friends and family, then it just may not be great for you. So we try to focus on how can we make the most amount of money, spending the least amount of time in working in the business. Some numbers on Keller Williams is just as the growth trajectory of what's been going on in the industry from 2005 to 2010, which are some really difficult years in the real estate industry nationwide. You can see that Remax, Century 21, and Coldwell Banker, who, and I'm not trying to throw dirt on these companies, these are some very good companies. I've got great friends at all three of those companies. They've been around for a long time and very, very successful. But the National Association of Realtors has shrunk considerably in that 5-year period. Less business overall taking place, fewer agents in the business, so companies are shrinking. And you can see in that same amount of time, Keller Williams has grown by 35%. And you may be asking, well, why has Keller Williams grown when all these other companies been around for so long have shrunk? And it is simply the models and systems of Keller Williams were developed during a very difficult economic time, which makes our model work during difficult economic times. Anybody and any company can sell real estate during a very good market. In a very tough market, it takes a company that has strong models and systems, and you can see proof right here that Keller Williams has those great models and systems in place. The number of units closed per agent, NAR, there is National Association of Realtors. At the end of 2011, the closed units per agent had increased by 7.4%, and you can see Keller Williams agent grew by 19.5%, greatly outpacing the industry. And there's 4 specific ways that we feel we stand out from other real estate companies. And there's education, technology, culture, and wealth building. And we'll talk about each one of those very briefly. We have a resource for every career level, whether you're brand new in real estate, as I would imagine if you're here on this webinar today that you're probably going to be brand new when you join Keller Williams Realty. We have a resource to help you start from scratch and grow your career to in your first year closing 16 transactions or more. And then also if you're a $10 million a year producer, how to help you get to be a $20 million a year producer and everywhere in between and beyond. We are a training and coaching company. We happen to be in the business of real estate. So what we look at ourselves is how do we train and coach and consult our agents to grow their wealth. All of our curriculum is based off of this book. If you are considering a career in real estate or started a career in real estate, here's a great book for you to read, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. It's a phenomenal book. It's been on the bestseller list for a long time, and it's a very good book that can help you build your sales career. Another thing that we offer at Keller Williams is a 24-hour-a-day online learning system called KW Connect. And this is if you are, what we talked about earlier, if you're working another job and you can't always get to our office when we have training classes, you can go online. Let's say you want to start working with for sale by owner properties and try to list for sale by owners. You can go in there, type in for sale by owner, and many videos will come up to help you understand how to do it, what's the best practices, those that have had success with it, how are they doing it. So you can use that system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at your disposal. Another thing that we offer is productivity coaching. We see it as a vehicle that helps our agents bridge that divide between understanding what it takes to succeed and actually succeeding. And wouldn't it be great if you had an active real estate agent that's been a multi-million-dollar producer year after year who can be your personal productivity coach? Or Keller Williams First Choice, you do. We have a full-time productivity coach that you can meet with consistently to grow your business from day one all the way through going wherever your goals are, that you can have one person to consistently go to that has done this year after year at an extremely high level, and their job is to focus on how to generate you more business and how to make you more money. So it's a wonderful opportunity that you have, and this is something that is not seen in many companies. It's another thing that we feel really helps us stand out as a company, to provide that productivity coach that can help you grow your business. Our technology is cutting edge and it is very innovative. We have what we call our Keller Williams listing system, which if you're taking a listing and you have someone who says, I want you to list my house, you put it into the Keller Williams listing system and it pushes out to over 300 websites. So you have the ability, when somebody's considering maybe listing with you or maybe going for sale by owner, listing with another agent, you can provide to them that I will market your property on over 300 websites. So they feel like you're working all day every day just to put them on all these websites, and it takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to put it into the KWLS system, which pushes it out to these websites. So it greatly maximizes and increases the amount of time, the amount of exposure that your listings will get just by being a part of Keller Williams. When you join KW, you get 2 websites we call the sites and the systems behind them, eEdge and eAgency. eEdge was honored by Inman News in 2011 as the most innovative web service in the real estate industry. It is a phenomenal tool that makes your business much more efficient. It drives traffic to your website, generates leads for you, and helps you convert those leads to close business. Just a wonderful, wonderful website and system to help you close business. And of course, we have consistent training on how to generate that traffic and generate those leads and close that business. Here's a couple snapshots of what your websites could look like. The eAgency site is towards the top and the eEdge site towards the bottom. One is a lot more customizable. The other one is you set it up, you forget about it, and the system will do the work for you. So great system to have. Marketing, we have a basic philosophy when it comes to marketing. We don't market Keller Williams. We don't believe that people do business with you because you're with Keller Williams. They do business with you because of you. So what we focus on when it comes to marketing is how to help you market yourself and get yourself out there. Because it does you no good for people to come to Keller Williams or to know about Keller Williams. It does you good when they go to you. So we work on how to market you and how to market your business to where your business can increase and generate more leads and more closed business consistently. Wealth building is something that we focus on in 2 ways. One, through your commissions and earning more income by selling more real estate, and also we have a profit share system. And the short of it is, profit share is a reward for helping the company grow. We know as a company, as we grow and more agents and more productive agents join our company, we're going to make more money, obviously. So when you do that and help people see the benefit of being with Keller Williams, they join the company, name you their sponsor, you get a percentage of the profits. And you can see in 2011, Keller Williams International shared over $38 million with its agents. In just our office in Prairieville in 2011, we had over $50,000 in profit share in just this one office, and that was in only our 2nd year of business. And through March of 2012, we had over $22,000 in profit share. So a lot of money going out in profit share. It's another way to help you build your wealth. And you can see here over the last 15 years that Keller Williams has been sharing the profit. Over nearly $350 million has been shared with the agent. So it's another way to grow your wealth and grow your income. Our culture is really second to none. We open our books. We share all our decision making. We have an agent leadership council, which is comprised of 5 agents in our office who are in the top 20% in production. They're out listing and selling every day. We have complete budget accountability. Every agent in our office has access to see our books. You know every penny that's coming into the office and every penny that's coming out. So you'll know when you split a portion of your commission with Keller Williams, you know exactly where that money's going and how it's working for you. So we have no secrets. Our agents run our company. We don't run it for them. We give our agents a huge say-so in how the company will be run. And also we do tons of community service. Our biggest event is what we call Red Day, that we do every year. It is a day where we ask all agents, and we have about 80,000 across the United States and Canada right now, that we ask all 80,000 agents to get out and do a day of community service. It's a wonderful event. We've done a lot of things working with local schools, the food bank in the area, cancer patients, things like that we've done to raise money to support these events and doing community service events. Just something that we do a lot of throughout the year, but this is our big event that we call Red Day every year. And I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to tell you a little bit about Keller Williams. Again, on the side of your page there should be a place to put in questions. I hope I was trying to check them as I was going through. Hope I'm covering all of your questions. If not, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Anything that we can do to help you guys grow your business, if you have any questions or anything, you can call our office at 744-0044. Again, call our Keller Williams office at 744-0044. Ask for Lonnie. I'll be glad to answer any questions that I can. I hope this webinar has been helpful to you guys. I can tell you that Keller Williams has absolutely changed my life for the better in so many ways. We'd be here for another 30 minutes if I sat here and told you all the ways that they changed my life. But it's definitely a company that's changing lives, and we'd love to work with you to change your life as well. So hope I get to meet all of you soon and get to talk to you about your real estate business and how we can help you.